Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome to another forecast. This one's for 11 October in the morning, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. Me being in West Central Florida, we've had fairly good weather. It's been cool. This morning it's only 73 degrees, partly cloudy, so it's very nice. But let's go ahead and jump right into the national scene and see what's happening. So if we can look, we can still see the remains of the low that's heading northward. It's not the remains; it's an actual low. So I guess maybe I should call it what it is. It starts heading, keeps heading northward. It's going to be bringing in a lot of rain to the Carolinas, eventually into Virginia and up into New York in that area. So people are just going to probably have a pretty rainy weekend, which kind of blows for them. If you look, we can see the showers moving onshore. If we turn on lightning, we can see there's not a ton of lightning in it, so I guess that's kind of an encouraging thing. But yeah, let's see how it goes throughout the day today. And then if we blow back up, when we look at the southwest, we still have the remains of tropical cyclone Priscilla. She's gone now, but this is what's left of her. Continuing to stream moisture into the desert southwest. There was yesterday a few flash flood warnings in effect. There probably will still be isolated, localized flash flooding warnings, but nothing too major. There's a few chasers that are out there. Try probably getting some nice weather photography at least. And then if we blow back up here to the northwest, we can see that low moving ashore. That's already pretty much started moving ashore. And with it, it's bringing rain up into the mountains. Quite a bit of lightning, it looks like, which is nice. As far as the rain, I don't see much icing going on. So there hasn't been as much as I would have thought there would have been. So that was kind of a whatever it is, it is. This is also a little system that's moving up right now, heading into South Dakota, bringing with it a little bit of lightning. There's not much convection. I haven't seen much. There's a few chasers that are hanging out, though, so hopefully I'll pick up some reports from them, and we'll see kind of what's going on. Rob Wenzel and Alex Peterson and whoever this guy is, Forrest Lambert. So, yeah. We'll check out and see what's happening there. This stuff here is mainly a dense fog advisory. It's in effect in right now the center part of the country in the Midwest. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're sitting at. This is going to continue throughout the weekend. This will come up. Once the remains of Raymond start replacing this will be back to looking the way it is. This will continue to move ashore. This is bringing in that nice weather that we're feeling right now. So if we turn this off, we bring up temperatures. We can see temperatures are really pleasant pretty much throughout the entire country. As I said, it's only 73 here. It's 50s northward, going into the 40s. Nothing too uncomfortable. Maybe a little bit of 30s in the morning that were in the early morning up here in Maine, but now it's back up to the 50s. But outside of that, all in all, the temperatures are looking pretty good. And if we real quick make a pass of the tropics, let's take a look at that. And we're going to check out Jerry and Raymond. Karen's went ahead and left the store, so she's not really involved anymore. And let's go ahead and turn on the satellite while we're at it. We'll turn it on to infrared for right now. So, yeah, let's check out and see what's happening. Jerry is still having that issue where it's way up here. Its convection is all over the place. It's entering into an area where it's going to be a little bit more sheer. You can actually see the front moving through, and it's going to continue up, and then it's going to wheel out and head back out into the open ocean. So it'll be gone soon. And Raymond had similar problems, wasn't able to really get his convection going, that the flow coming in from the east, and then the highs that were driving it. We'll put those back on just so we can see. interim coming in, following into this low, and it's going to work its way up. And eventually, pretty much, if you look at the path, it's going to follow almost the same path as Priscilla when it comes to entering into the U.S., just as a lot of rain. Now we're going to be looking at the thunderstorm probabilities for today. That moisture that's been rising up from the Gulf is slowly moving its way across southern Florida. So you see there's a pretty high chance of storms down there. Lower over central Florida and down through the Everglades. Then we go up and we can see where that low that's working its way up the East Coast. A lot of the storms look like they're staying offshore, the real heavy ones. That same thing is going to looks like it's going to happen tomorrow as well, where the storms, as it continues to move northward, the main storms are going to stay offshore with just stragglers coming into the coast. Still should bring some winds, probably some high seas. So definitely something to look out for. And then if we go back over to the southwest, we can see, of course, the remains of Priscilla pouring into Arizona and New Mexico, wandering up into a little bit Utah. Not really as far into Colorado right now. And there's a smaller percentage of chance of rain. And then there's another little area up where that low is starting to come ashore, pushing in the north part, the south eastern Idaho, and then to northwestern Utah. So in that area. Now, there was one thing really interesting that I saw that I've been trying to figure out exactly what it could be. And I ran the GFS high res, which runs out to about the 26th. My daughter's getting married on the 25th. So I wanted to make sure that I was kind of paying attention to this. And so I was looking at the weather, and then I happened to notice, and I'll show you also, you can see on radar kind of an area of disturbed weather out in the Atlantic. And I saw this pop up. So I had to look at it again. I ran it a couple times trying to figure out what it could be. And I'm doing basically the reflectivity on the GFS. So it shows precipitation. It predicts the precipitation out. And if we look right about the 19th, so we're starting on the 11th, and we look right out here on the 19th, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, here it comes in, goes across the leewards, cuts right around Dominica, and then cuts north right here at the Bahamas and goes out. So then that made me say, okay, let's look at the GFS Global and see if what we see in the GFS Global, which is more of an ensemble model. And as I was looking, I noticed this exact same thing happening down here. It goes a little further south. It comes in the Lesser Antilles and then moves its way out, comes over the western tip of Cuba and goes up. So definitely something to look out for. Not something that, we have to worry about right now or anything else. There's going to be a lot of time to figure it out, but definitely something on the horizon that could possibly kind of ruin the end of the month. So as long as it holds off on the 25th, we're good. So that's my fingers crossed on that it holds off till then. And also that it doesn't really hit, that it follows the high res course. And if we look at the tropical outlook, we can see that through the 15th through the 21st, there's very actual, slight chance of some development. It's showing historically into here for the outlook. And then also 20% probability out here in the Atlantic. And then kind of the same. It goes to shows a decent chance of some rain, and then some probability. So at least that's something to look at and see if maybe perhaps this could be something to be concerned. Now, if I roll back to the map and we go and we look at the GFS, or sorry, the GOES model. And we look at the full disc on GOES, and we look at infrared because it's a lot easier to see. And we pan way out. When I screw over, this could be, an area, tropical wave that's moving ashore that could possibly be something worth looking at. So yeah, there's one behind it. So one of these could be generating that. So yeah, we're just going to have to keep an eye out for it. But outside of that, man, I really appreciate you guys. I've had a few people reach out. I've had a couple subscribers pick up. That was kind of cool. So if there's anything you want to see, anything I can do differently or better, I don't want to take a lot of people I've noticed, they basically just take products that are already made by the National Hurricane Center and National Weather Service and stuff like that. I like to take a few as well, like Tropical Tidbits, awesome company, awesome people. So I'd pick that up from them. That GFF's ensemble model, they have a really, really nice one. But outside of that, I like to try to kind of produce my own products. So, but if there's something different you want, something better, I'm also going to be trying to get some videos. I got in contact with that storm chaser from yesterday, the one that I saw out in Arizona. He also lives in Colorado, Durango, Colorado. And he was saying that he will be chasing a lot more in this next season coming up, the next tornado season, or storm season. But when he does, we're going to be doing some lives with him, so that'll be kind of cool. But yeah, if there's anything you guys want to see, please let me know. Okay, I appreciate you guys watching.